Here is your Hurricane Ida briefing from the National Weather Service in Jackson, Mississippi, as of 1 o'clock Central Time, Friday, August 27th, 2021. Ida has gotten better organized over the last day or so and is now a Category 1 hurricane. Not much has changed with the forecast track and intensity. Impacts still look likely to our region with wind, rain, and some tornadoes possible. Impacts will largely depend on the forward speed of the system as it moves inland, how much decays as it moves inland, and the track of the system. There are no tropical storm watches or warnings for our coverage area at this time, but we do expect some will be issued later today or tomorrow. Here is the current forecast as of 1 p.m. on Friday. Ida has intensified to a hurricane and is sitting just offshore the southern shore of Cuba. It is expected to track into the Gulf of Mexico and encounter some rapid intensification over the course of the weekend, and is expected to make landfall as a major hurricane sometime later Sunday. It does put our region in a favorable location to get impacts. Impacts could begin as early as Sunday morning, but most likely later Sunday afternoon, evening, and into Sunday night through Tuesday. The tropical storm wind speed probabilities. For our area, these are fairly high probabilities. There is roughly a 7 to 8 in 10 chance of seeing 40-mile-an-hour winds or greater in the southwest part of our forecast area. Of course, there are higher probabilities further south in Louisiana, and you want to follow these trends if they're increasing or decreasing to determine your threat over the next several forecast cycles. The earliest arrival time for these tropical storm force winds could be for the southern part of the area, could be Saturday morning. For southern Mississippi and northeast to north central Louisiana, but most likely arrival time for tropical storm force winds would be later Sunday evening into Sunday night. So taking a look at the wind threat from Ida, we are looking at a higher wind threat at this point across southwest Mississippi and northeast, north central Louisiana, where 45 to 65 mile-an-hour winds could occur. This would provide potential for widespread downed trees and power lines, which could fall onto homes and block roads and cause power outages that could last for several days. The rest of the forecast area, 30 to 45 mile-an-hour winds are possible with downed trees and power lines and some roads blocked and maybe some isolated power outages. Taking a look at the storm total rainfall through Wednesday, looks pretty widespread across our area of 3 to 5 inches, but some areas across the eastern part of Mississippi could see 5 to 8 with locally higher amounts possible. And this could lead to some areas of flash flooding, again, from Sunday night through Tuesday. And this depends on how fast the storm will move inland. Some of these could be less if it moves quicker out of the area. If it's slower, some of these could be more. It just depends on the track as well. So again, we have high confidence that a hurricane will occur and high confidence in impacts. We're just still fine-tuning what those impacts and where those impacts will be. Hurricane Ida is forecast to make landfall as a major hurricane by late Sunday. Impacts to our region could begin as early as Sunday morning, but more likely Sunday night and continue through Tuesday depending on forward speed, the track, and the inland decay of the system. Our impacts will be from strong winds and flooding, but again, being on that right front quadrant of a landfalling system, we can still get tornadoes as well. We also want to emphasize to be extra cautious of comparing this system with past storms or storm tracks. Each storm and its impacts are different, and focus should be on impacts from this specific storm. So you want to make sure that you're also following your trusted sources, the Weather Service, the National Hurricane Center, and your local media outlets and your local emergency officials. Those are who you want to get information from. We will update these briefings as more information becomes available, but we encourage you to follow our Facebook and Twitter accounts or our webpage at weather.gov/JAN.